Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill.
Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. This is a quote by Richard Branson.
Play by the rules, but be ferocious. Few nights.
The quotes you just heard are a few to motivate you in business, work, and life in general. Our topic of discussion for today is other than money. What can people gain from their jobs? But first, we have some business gist for you. We'll begin with the National Association of Nigeria Students, NANS, backs the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, over drug test proposal for students before admission into universities. Now, the question is, who is going to foot the bill for this test, ladies? Who should foot the bill for this test?
Well, I don't think they've announced that, but I would suggest that they make it free, just like there are some hospitals that are offering free tests for COVID,
So, Alice, who do you think should bear that brunt? Because someone must be responsible for it. Is it the NDLEA or the university authorities?
Wow. I think the NDLEA would do better.
Okay, so it's better. And another one is, would the test continue once semester starts? After testing them, after they are given admission, they have resumed studies, academic calendar. The next semester they are coming in, is it going to be a continuous thing or just a one-off thing? What do you think?
I think it should be a continuous thing, semester by semester.
Every semester.
Yes.
That will be,
because anybody can be clean when they're coming in.
Yes.
And then can do and undo after they have come in. And do our young adults have drug problem? Yes.
Really?
Yes, because due to peer pressure,
a
lot of them, just have a taste, We were once young adults and we all know what happened back then. Yeah. So you must have a strong will for you to be able to, say no and stand by your no.
I would say that it's not just about peer pressure. Mental health imbalance, depression,
exactly.
Yeah. So many things have been going on. I mean, you can't really, people have been falling back on different ways of trying to make themselves happy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, drugs has been one of those ways.
Yeah, a whole lot of them have really dived into drugs, taking drugs that are not really prescribed.
The simple one is tramadol.
Yes, tramadol, So
some even take codeine, cough syrup.
Yes, they overdose themselves, and in the course of doing that, they go out of sight.
Okay, so our business just continues with the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, commissioned a 2-story complex for National Veterinary Research Institute with modern facilities and a laboratory for animal health surveillance. The question is, do Nigerians really appreciate veterinary medicine?
Do we even have enough health centers for COVID-19 and other ailments and, now talking about veterinary?
What do you think?
Yes, they are trying to watch the kind of animals that people go buying these days so that their health will be checked. And so we don't just go into the market and just buy any kind of
You were saying
meat.
something before the show, Alice. You were saying if the animals are properly taken care of, that they produce, like the eggs, for instance.
Yes, like the farms we have around now.
So veterinary medicine directly affects our public health. Basically, and the products that we consume. Yeah. So I'd say that is important. Also, do we have as much appreciation? Do we feel emotional? Sometimes our pets, our people don't really give us much attention
in this part of the world.
So I think it's important.
Only few
but
people.
In recent times, I've seen friends who have their private pets at home and they take good care of them. Like you see them playing on their beds. And my friends have.
Okay,
I don't have.
Same here. And I have
so I see the way they take care of their pets. Yeah. Like they spend good money.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Do you have one?
I don't have one.
I can't deal with this.
I can't, especially dogs.
I can't deal with
They scare me a lot.
Actually.
The Nigerian government is now making efforts to raise the quality of Nigerian goods to encourage international exports and reduce rejection. The federal government approved a new national quality policy aimed at enhancing the quality of products exported from Nigeria. The question now is, shouldn't this have already happened before now?
Yeah, it should have happened long before now. It's long overdue.
And if we're talking about improving our economic status and provide more job opportunities, we should really look into Nigerian-made products.
Yes.
Increasing or making their qualities better.
Yes. But I think Nigeria have really started, especially in the area of food they produce to the market now. Like, they stop the importation, and then Nigerians are actually producing their own raw rice. Like me, I enjoy that local raw rice that is being produced now,
You do your father sauce.
Yes, so, and then it's really, during this Christmas, that's what people bought, the Nigerian-made rice.
Exactly, because the foreign ones were actually expensive, so a lot of people went for the foreign, and they are not doing bad. They have been distoned and all that, so why not?
And then, like in recent times, when you go to the market, the slip-on you get to buy, they are now their quality is now high, and then the bags you see them produce now. You see someone carrying a Louis Vuitton now, be like, I love this bag, where did you get it? Say, I got it in Aba. Yes,
actually,
and the quality will encourage you to buy, because the material they use, they are now high in quality, I mean to say, So I think
Alice, I think you're trying to give our audience a clue.
A clue as to
let me hold it down. Let me hold it down. Secondly, I would like to talk about the Standard Organization of Nigeria. What have they been doing if our products have been rejected?
Yeah. What have they been doing to actually make Nigerians upgrade and make their products to be able to compete with international standards?
Yes,
exactly, because we are not doing bad in terms of raw materials, so it's just doing it right that matters now.
Making sure that what they produce in Nigeria as international standards.
I think we need to talk about, it's very important, where we need to patronize our Nigerian manufacturers and vendors. They're not doing badly.
It boils down to confidence. Do you have confidence in that woman making bags close to your house? Do you have confidence in that woman making shoes close to your house? Or you rather jump and hop at foreign goods? Well, on that note, we come to the end of that, and our topic of discussion today is, other than money, what else can people gain from their jobs? We went on the street of Abuja and posed this question to everyday people. This is what they had to say. Don't go nowhere.
Well, I think along the line, I picked a profession, which is mass communication. And in doing so, I realized that photography, that is the picture, says Marshall Luan, is the king. So without the picture, the television would be nothing. It would just be radio news. And you could spend 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences or 2 paragraphs trying to describe something, and you don't catch it vividly, but a picture, just some frames of picture, catches the whole thing and tells the essence of this whole story without even a word.
So apart from the salaries I get from my job has also exposed me to a lot of knowledge. Knowledge I have not acquired in school. I got this through the experience in my work. So apart from that, the money I earned, I think the exposure to more knowledge is what I can be proud of.
Aside from money, what I gain from my workplace is friendship.
Aside gaining exposure, going out with students, I believe I've impacted knowledge in the life of children. which will make them grow at least and will result in the betterment of our nation.
It is a good thing for someone to find himself working with the government or in any organization, because there are a lot of things that someone will learn from working. One, a good relationship with people around. Two, I believe so many people met with their spouse in their offices or in their area of endeavor.
So far, so good. I've been working. I've gained a lot. I've gained friends. I've been able to mingle with people from diverse locations, different tribes.
From my business, when I get wedding or anything, from there, my friend collect me with those big people in Abuja, and I thank God today that God make me a large.
I can tell that I've really gained a lot from the relationship, daring. Basically, the relationship established because it's a networking business, and we've taken it further than that, looking at something else that we could do outside, the framework of what we do in that place. Aside that, I'm not sure there's anything we have gained from that organization.
I'm a businessman, and when you're a businessman, you can't work alone. You make friends, you connect with your business, your colleagues, and you keep moving. And your colleagues are your friends. They are the people closest to you because they are the people you meet every day. You're with them. When it's business, you talk to them. When it's business, they talk to you.
My job has really taken me places, and it has given me a lot of contacts, a lot of friends, a lot of helpers. People that I never intended I can meet in my lifetime through my profession. I've gone to meet them one-on-one, and they have been a blessing to me. It has been fun. My job is fun. It has been fun making people happy, putting smiles on faces, and it has really taken me places.
Welcome back to the brunch. Remember, the brunch is your one-stop shop where you can advertise and showcase your products, goods, and services. We're now on to Hustle Connect, and today we have a special guest with us. Her name is Obikwelu Uche. She's the creative director of Working Class Nigeria. Welcome to the studio, Uche.
Thank you so much.
How are you today?
Thank you. I'm good. Okay. I'm glad to be here. Excited.
We can see your beautiful products.
Yeah.
Well done. Can you tell us a little about Working Class Nigeria?
Okay, so Working Class Nigeria is obviously made in Nigeria brand, and we've been in. I started this brand like 4 years ago, and I would say that it's been doing really well. My customers, or rather the country, the citizens, they are acceptive of this new made in Nigeria rave that's going on at this moment. I would say that they are quite accepting of it, and we've seemed to progress, because when I started it was just slippers, but now we've progressed to sandals, shoes, then bags, and then in a few weeks actually we'll be dropping our belts and wallets and laptop bags.
Yeah,
so yeah,
awesome. We can
a whole range of leather
is actually really nice.
Yes, thank you.
Are you going to be dashing us?
You have to pay, cost money. It's handmade, so it costs money.
And this is Nigerian made.
Yeah. So how durable are your products?
Don't take my word for it. I would mirror what my customers tell me. They say that my products, in their word, they spoil.
No.
So yeah.
I would like to look at the inside, the finishing.
Go ahead.
I like it because that's what that's what drives a lot of people to patronize foreign goods. So I would like to see, girls, look at the finishing.
Wow, this is cute.
Looks good.
So what makes your product stand out?
Well, you know how where we only have the limitations of the imported goods. You cannot really like be creative with your styles. But with Nigerian products, we work with customers' custom orders sometimes. So you might want something, you see something somewhere, you imagine it, and then you give me your imagination and I can make it. So that's what I would say makes us stand out from imported goods, because I can make exactly what's in your imagination. I can also make what's in my own imagination.
Okay, if let's say somebody purchases something and maybe there's a little damage, do you run? Can we bring it back to you to have it fixed?
There's a full exchange or refund, because it's right here. I can make another one.
No, I mean if we've used it for a while, can you fix it up or make it new for us again? Or we have to keep buying new ones? I mean, if you're in Nigeria here, we don't.
Yes, no, I always do fix it up if it's within a period of like 6 months.
Okay.
But if it's above that,
then you need to buy.
Okay. So in Nigeria, if you've purchased foreign goods, there's always this thing, they tell you 3-year warranty. So how long, how durable? I know I've asked you that before, but how long, if I purchase this bag, for instance, how long am I likely to carry it before it wears out?
Okay, so our bag collections, we just pretty much launched like 3 months ago. For 3 months ago. So I would not give my feedback on that. I'll give my feedback on this that we've been doing for over 4 years. Okay. And I would give you a guarantee of 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, because I've had wears as long as the inception of the brand, and I'm still wearing them till now. Case in point, the one I have on my feet right now. I've been wearing it for 4 years. So.
Wow, that's
so can the common citizen afford them?
Of course.
Just quickly run us through the prices.
Well, they're not as pricey. With the quality you're getting, I'm sure they're not as pricey as my international counterparts. I would tell you that. They're quite affordable. I haven't really had people complain of my prices, maybe because of the quality they get. I don't know.
Okay, so let's ask. I'm sure our viewers would like to know, where do you source your materials from?
Okay, I source my materials from here, Nigeria, Abuja, here, right here. Then sometimes maybe if I get specific like stuff that I cannot get here, I can travel as far as Kaduna to get it. But for the most part, I get it from here in Abuja. Wow.
So in one word, how would you describe Nigeria? Are we blessed or not? In terms of,
we are so blessed, but we have no idea. This is a huge, there's a huge, oh my goodness, my cap. Sorry, there's a huge leather export business going on here in Nigeria that a lot of us don't know about. Wow. That's all I can say.
When are you launching? Tell our viewers when you're launching your belts and wallets.
So my wallet's definitely in 2 weeks' time, before the Valentine's. I always like to launch a new product towards a holiday season that helps sales. So yeah, I launched this bags December, early December, and it was
just boom.
The first and second batch that I produced, I sold out on all of it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, that's how receptive they were on it.
So the least one can get from you, the least product one can get from you, and the highest. Run us through it, the list.
Okay, so the list, I feel like my female gang will come for me. But the least you can get is a female slide.
Okay.
That goes for 10,500.
Okay.
That's the least.
Yes, that's the least. And then the male slides go as high as 15,000. Then the half shoes, that's the mules, go as high as 18,500.
Wow.
Then the handbags, because come on, this is handbags, and I don't know how to put my thoughts into words, but our handbags, the small ones, they go as high as 23,500, and the big ones, the maxis, go as high as.
Is there any small one among these?
30,000 naira. That's the small one.
The middle one.
The one you wanted her to dash.
Okay,
the one I wanted her to dash with.
Yes, for now, this is the smallest we have. This is the midi. Okay. This is the maxi. So we don't have a mini, but I'm working on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Ladies love this.
Small, definitely. And it will be lesser than this one, of course, in price.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I hope our viewers can appreciate that Nigerian products are really coming up, not only in quality, but in durability.
Exactly.
You know, I hope you can see the working class Nigeria. We'll hear more from you, I'm sure.
Of course, I'm here
sure.
for a long time.
We are
Not
very
been
proud of
anywhere.
you. In fact, I'm even proud. I think you're Igbo, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay.
So where do you see working class finally?
Your
Where do you
vision.
see working class in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the next 5 to 10 years, those are two separate dreams. In the next 5 years, obviously, to a point, start to export to other African countries.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And then, in the long run, 10 years, have a shop in different malls all over the world.
Wow.
That's it.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
us on
much.
Hustle Connect.
Thank
If
you
you're
for
just
having
joining
me.
us, if you're just joining us, we'll go on a short break now. And when we return, we have another guest here in the studio to stay with us.
Did you know that more people visit France than any other country? France receives around 90 million visitors each year, with Paris hosting around 1/3 of that number.
My name is Obikwelu Uche, and this is Hustle Connect. I am the creative director of Working Class Nigeria. Working Class Nigeria is a made in Nigeria brand. We deal on all things leather, from leather handbags, slippers, sandals, and shoes for both male and female. What makes us stand out? Why made in Nigeria? First of all, it's durable and affordable, and also customized to your taste. For those of us that have very large feet, or those of us that have very little feet that you can't find from a regular boutique, we are here. So you can reach us on 0908 158 5734. I'll take that again, 0908 158 5734. We have a store at Wuye Ultra Modern Market. That's shop CF103, the second block once you enter the market. Or you can follow us or check us out on all social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram on workingclass.ng. That's working class with a K.ng.
This is NCBN.
News is changing. With breaking news, accuracy is key. We go beyond the headlines in telling our stories with relevant facts on our findings. We are NCBN, your dependable information network.
My name is Wachuku Shalom from UK. For some of you who are planning to kidnap me, that's after this section of interview. sorry. Abino, popularly known as Charlie White. I'm a master of ceremony, popularly known as MC. I talk for a living, studied media and theater in school, and a comedian, unemployment, that was as a comedian, apart from the money you pay me, as some of you will call it honorarium, gospel would call it honorarium. It's like we call it salary. Apart from the money you pay, your thank you for coming money, the praise, like, Charlie, where you did well in that event, stuff like this. That is another added advantage and happiness to me. Putting smiles in people's face, stuff like that, Back in UK where I stay, some of you might be arguing, he's not looking like someone from UK. I look like Nigeria. So stop arguing, you argue. The only thing is that after here, you can plan to kidnap me. Then later we'll know who will pay who. Whether I go pay you, or you go end up pay my family. We'll know later. But back in UK, after an artist or wherever is done doing his thing, come for autograph. Wow, this guy, you are doing well. Nigeria, yeah. After you finish that tax, they tax you. So have anything for the boys. You be mumu. You they talk anyhow. People just they laugh. To me, it's not all about the money. Me say you book me for event credit, but sometimes it's not even all about the pay. But the pay is involved. As a comedian now and as an average upcoming comedian that I am, I'm upcoming. Everybody still coming, even who don't popular still they find fame. You can call me for an event. I will like, hello, how much do you want me to pay you? I can say you are paying me 500, 600. Sometimes the money is still worth it too, but sometimes not all about the money. But you cannot try that with an Igbo man. You tell Igbo man say may pay you 500,000. Igbo man book me for an event now from Anambra. He say, hello, are you MC Charlie White? I say it's not MC, it's MC. Say half year MC is the same thing. He say how much do you charge for event? I told the Igbo man I collect 500. Igbo man says also MC. I say yes, I'm going to leave for the M. How much do you charge for C? I say sir, we don't do C. But you see, the whole thing, the whole matter, the whole full gist is that apart from the money and the praise, the opportunities, that joy. In fact, my heart is joyful when I see people smiling while I'm doing that work. Okay, keep watching the brunch on NCBN. If you the old landlord money, just gather landlord they watch as well. Landlord no go know when go tell you say leave the money. He paid the debt, he did not own.
If you're just joining us, you're watching The Brunch, and we have another guest here in the studio. Please help me welcome the MD, E-Class HR Consultant, Oluchi Linda Atoyebi. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome on The Brunch.
It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I would like to ask, what is the job of a human resource officer or department?
Okay, so those are two different questions. A human resource officer is responsible for ensuring that the human relations in the office, or the human resources, which are the persons, the people that work in an organization, are well taken care of. They align the objectives of the organization with that of the employees.
Okay.
Then when you say the human resource department, it is the department of the human resource officer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How can a person, an employee, maximize the opportunities in any job position that they occupy?
Well, each organization or each job has its own different opportunity, right? The first way to maximize the opportunity is to make sure that you are the qualified person to occupy that position. By so doing, with the to meet the right people.
Okay.
The job will give you the opportunity to get the right trainings, to develop yourself further. So first of all, you must be the right person for that job. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
So what can employers do to motivate their staff?
Okay, so that's a good question, because I'm an employer, right?
Yes.
And I work with so many other employers. But what we must understand, or what we employers understand, me in particular, being a human resource professional, is people are motivated for different reasons and at different stages in life. So I take an example of a youth couple.
Okay.
The first thing that would motivate that person, once you finish with our Nigerian system, you're done with school, you're done with your NYSC, the next thing is, I want to get a job.
Yes.
Why do you want to get that job? I want to make money.
Yeah.
So at that time, for a youth couple, what is motivating him or her is money. But after getting that job, you've been on the job for a couple of years, the next thing you begin to talk about is self-actualization. That is where the personal growth comes in. That is where people begin to think of career path. Because in all honesty, most people get into jobs and they have not actually defined a career path for themselves. So there's that part of money, there's that part of career development, and then there's that part of job enlargement. So I've been in a job for a couple of years and it has become routine for me. I keep doing the same thing over and over again. So that person is no longer motivated by money. That person will be motivated by, what else can I do? What's the new challenge for me in this job? So people at different stages are motivated by different things. So it is the responsibility of the employer through the HR department to know that this person that is working for me, at what stage is that person in his or her life, in his or her career growth, and what is the best way to motivate that person at that time.
All right, so what are workers' rights and what can workers do if they are being exploited?
Okay, so if I get the question, there's two in one. What is the worker's right? Okay, so if we want to go by employment law in Nigeria, the Constitution stipulates different things that workers are entitled to in an organization. So a worker is entitled to pension. A worker is entitled to health insurance if the employer can afford it. An employee is entitled to shifts depending on the nature of the job. So there are different things an employee is entitled to depending on the industry where the employee works. Now, when you talk about exploitation, in what sense?
Like maybe working overtime without not being paid, or you will see where some organizations, they deduct pension, health insurance and all that, but they are not being remitted into the workers' salary account.
That is a criminal offense. Because as human resource personnel, we remit these, well, there are compliance issues to start with. So it is the responsibility of a human resource personnel, or where I come in as a consultant, to help organizations make sure that these compliance issues are adhered to. Because these are some of the issues that can actually get organizations into trouble with the law. So as a human resource consultant, it is my job to make sure that these pensions that is being deducted, payee that is being deducted from their payroll at the end of every month is being remitted. Now, when it's not being remitted, FIRS will come after you. So FIRS is actually doing their job, monitoring, because we all know now in Nigeria that every organization must be duly registered with CAC. You must have a bank account, which requires your team, which requires that you have to be registered with FIRS. So gradually we're coming to that stage where in Nigeria where organizations are being regulated. So if an organization is deducting pension and payee and is not being remitted, it's a criminal offense, which regulating agencies like FIRS would come after them. So if an employee is in such a position where, because an employee has the right to go to its pension provider and request
their statement.
Exactly.
So
Request their
what are the
statement.
penalties?
Well, the organization would be fined. Yes.
Okay.
And in situations where sometimes it can be oversight, you know,
Okay.
not intentional, not to remit. Sometimes it can be oversight. So in such situations, the organizations will be asked to remit such monies back to
the staff?
yes,
Employer.
to the staff. Yes,
Okay,
the
so
employer
if
will be asked.
the employee is unhappy with their job and, you know, even though they're being paid well, would you advise such a person to resign, especially with the economic climates that we have now?
Well, like I said earlier on, people are in jobs for different
For different
reasons.
reasons.
Yes. There are people that get into a particular career because that's their passion. So even if they're not making money from it, they are happy because that's what they want to do. Whereas there are some people that are in jobs because they have to keep up with family responsibilities and all that. So it is left for the individual to decide. We all know how coronavirus has affected the economy. So if you're in a job that you do not like and you realize that you have family responsibilities, I believe that that employee would make the right decision.
Okay.
But at the same time, personally, if you feel as an employee that you're not getting what you deserve from a job, it's okay if you resign.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem. We'll come back right after this short break.
This is NCBN.
News is changing. With breaking news, accuracy is key. We go beyond the headlines in telling our stories with relevant facts on our findings. We are NCBN, your dependable information network.
You're welcome back to the brunch. Still in the studio with us is our guest, Mrs. Oluchi Linda Atoyebi, the MD, ECLAT HR consultant. Okay.
Welcome, madam.
So good
Thank
to hear you here.
Why did you decide to go into human resource management, sorry?
That's a good question.
Okay, that's a very good question. So it was not my intention, because I have my first degree in political science. Yes.
Wow.
But after my first degree, I started work, and I started to work as a customer service representative for an organization. And for all the clients that came in, I handled them well. And at some point, my bosses, would always push me forward to attend meetings on their behalf, to negotiate on their behalf, and I picked interest in relating with people. And one of the things that also caught my attention was customer service experience.
Okay.
I've had terrible customer service experience personally. So I said to myself, how can I turn this into a career? and I did a couple of researches, and I realized that I would fit perfectly into human resource management.
Wow.
And so I decided to have my MBAs in human resource management and also another MBA in organizational psychology. So,
all right. So, do the people you work with see you as an ally or enemy because of the reputation that the HR people have?
Okay, so that is a common, what's the word? It's common. Most people think that HR is always against the employees. But no, that's not the case. The HR personnel is a bridge between the employer and the employees. So we're like the middleman.
Mediators.
Yes, we are the mediators because
you tend to always be on the side of the management rather than the employee.
I wouldn't put it as that way. We must balance.
Okay.
That's the word. We have to balance what the management wants and also the expectations of the employees as well. Okay. So most times what the employees see from their own angle is HR is trying to come hard on them with what management wants.
Okay.
But we are that balance between management and its employees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the challenges you face as in human resource management person?
Oh, the first one you've already mentioned. Most people think once they hear HR, it's trouble.
Yeah.
They
HR
think it's trouble. But apart from that stereotype that HR is always against employees, another challenge is actually relating with the employees. Because when you see someone that has started off on a good note, the person comes early to work, the employee is always productive. After some time, there's that burnout.
Yeah.
Employees begin to burn out.
Yeah.
So it's usually a challenge for us to bring them back to the fire, the intensity they had, when they started
Initially,
work.
exactly.
So that has always been a challenge, but we manage.
Okay, well done, ma'am.
We're going for a break now. Don't go nowhere. Thank you.
You're welcome back.
What motivates you?
Oh, wow. On the job?
On the job and in life.
Is it the money or the job itself?
Okay, so like I stated earlier on, my passion was, is rather to give good experience, good service. So that is one of the things that motivates me. Yes, the money comes, but me being able to provide good service to my clients and they being able to refer me to other people, that's what gives me joy. That's what motivates me, because, if I've done a good job for you, your joy is that this woman, her office was good to me, she did well, so I can refer her to somebody else. So that's what part of the things that motivates me.
Okay. All right, so we have a segment called Motivate Me.
Okay.
So our viewers would like you to motivate them in 1 minute.
Okay, motivate them in terms of work, so what I would say is this: in an organization, as a human resource personnel, it's best to have an ownership spirit when you're working. That is the only way you can get good value from your employer. Once you have that ownership spirit, once you take ownership of the work, that is the only way you're going to get good value from your employer. Going against your employer, going against the organization you work, doesn't necessarily end well. Doesn't necessarily speak of your character as a person, but by the time you take up that ownership spirit, you will get good value from work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're about to go. We want to put you on a hot seat. We'll ask you some personal questions. I hope you don't mind.
Go on.
Go ahead.
All right, just right after this break, hot seat is coming up next. So, the first hot seat question.
Okay.
What would you buy if you won the lottery?
Oh, wow. What would I buy? Yes. Honestly, I have no idea. What would I buy? I do not think I will buy anything. I would rather take my family somewhere. Spend quality time with my kids, my husband. You know, I think that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like going on holiday?
Yes. Somewhere really nice, really fancy, really expensive.
I like the answer. Okay, Ma, if money was not a factor, would you still be doing what you're doing right now?
Yes.
That's good.
I will.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh. Oh my God. Okay, so one that I can think of. I was preparing for a meeting, and you know, we ladies, whenever we have our fancy pants on and all that, and my zipper gave way.
Oh my God.
So that was terrible. I had to find some office pins around, you know, to hold it back in place. But I think that was a terrible experience.
Okay. So what do you wish you were really good at, apart from being an HR person?
I really wish I could dance. I have two left feet. I really wish I could dance. I'm terrible at dancing.
Oh my God. So how did you, on your wedding day, what did you do?
Oh,
Yes.
we just managed.
Have you ever regifted a gift someone gave you?
Yes, I have.
You didn't like it, or?
Well, not that I didn't like it. I didn't have immediate need for it.
Okay.
Yes, so I've done that.
Finally, on the hot seat.
Yes.
What is the most spontaneous thing ever done to you?
Spontaneous. Okay, so I think it was last Valentine last year.
Wow.
Throughout the day, I kept on receiving different gifts from my husband. Usually it's a card, a bouquet, but that whole day, different gifts. So I think that was what was spontaneous for me, because it was not something I was expecting.
So this Valentine, you'll be expecting a car, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. So before we let you go, Mrs. Oluchilinda Atoyebi, can you cook us a meal from the memory?
Okay. You know, I'm Igbo by tribe.
Okay.
Yes. But then I'm Yoruba by marriage. So, which delicacy from which area?
Anyone.
Okay. So,
okay, maybe let's go for a break. Okay. So after the break, we'll
take a deep breath.
Yeah. All right.
No
so
problem.
Right after this break.
Okay, so the meal, I'll make a soup. So this is okra soup, but made with uba.
Really?
Yes.
I'm just hearing this for the first time.
Okay. So it's okra soup made with uba. You know, you need your fresh okras, fresh ugu, and then you need uba itself.
Okay.
I don't know what the English name is, unfortunately.
Do you understand?
Oh, that's locust beans.
Yes.
Oh.
No,
not Iru.
Not the Yoruba
No,
one.
not Iru.
No. Okay.
The one that looks like worms, per
Yeah.
se.
That they use for African salad?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the English name is, but I know it as uba. So you need to prepare your meat stock, whatever kind of meat you want to use, beef, intestine, whatever. But you need to prepare it with your normal spices, maggi and salt and everything. Bring it to a boil. And then you put in there's this other Igbo spice we use, ogiri. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Excuse the Igbo. touch. You know, so you need to bring all your condiments to a boil, and then you put in your chopped okra. You know, okra is a very light vegetable. You can't let it cook for so long, or else it overcooks. So once you put that in and you stir it in, you bring your ogiri to paste, mix it with a little water, you put it in, and then you put your uba in it as well. You stir it, you add a little palm oil 2-3 minutes, you add your ugu to your green vegetable, and your soup is ready. Very lovely, very tasty,
Nice.
very simple.
Enough to make my mouth water. I'm already.
So what swallow will it go?
Anything, semovita, pounded yam, gari, fufu, whatever you want it to go with.
Okay. All right, thank you so much for joining us on the brunch today, Mrs.
Thank you so much for having me.
Atuebi. That's how far we can go on the program. I am Tosi Obiakeme.
And I am June Agudo.
I am Alice Agada.
All right, so if you would like to talk about your business or craft on the show, please contact us on 081-8560-7616 or 08060904293. Do join us again on Monday for another edition of The Brunch. Bye.
This is NCBN.